You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of ABK Media Group, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County every day at 9 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, and welcome to another edition of Good Morning Gwinnett. I'm your host, Audrey Bell Kearney, and this episode of Good Morning Invest is brought to you by Wise Women Invest Summit. If you are looking to find out how to invest this year, because listen, if you need to make sure that your money is working hard for you because you work really hard for your money, go on over to wisewomeninvestsummit.com and find out how you can take part in this upcoming conference on August the 10th, 2019, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's going to be a great summit. It's going to they're going to walk you through how to invest in the stock market, how to invest in real estate, how to invest in cryptocurrency, learn about cryptocurrency, how to protect your assets, and how to invest in the cannabis market. WiseWomenInvestSummit.com. Get more information there about what you can do and how you can how you can attend this event. Right now, they have an early bird special for $97. The early bird actually ends on March the 31st, so make sure to go ahead and get your ticket. After March 31st, that price go up to $197. And after late registration starts July 15th, and the ticket is going to be $297. So right now, you can get your ticket for just $97. Why pay $197 or $297 when you can pay $97 to learn how to make your money work for you by attending the Wise Women Invest Summit? Thank you for our sponsor. Now let's get on to People Helping People. That's the segment where I talk about people who are doing great things in our community to help people who are not as fortunate as we are. And then sometimes, you think about this. You look at your circumstance and you think you're doing so bad, oh my God, this is bad, that's bad. But there's always somebody out there doing just a little bit worse than you are. And so we have some great people in our communities and surrounding communities who are doing great things, helping people to change their lives for the better, to create lives that, that they love and can be happy with and be at peace with and be prosperous. So our shout out today to People Helping People is the Corners Academy, located in Peachtree Corners. What they do is they provide education, year-round education for youth. But what I really love about what they do, not only do they provide year-round education for youth, and it's tailored to each one of the students. That's the great thing about it. Like, it's not just the cookie-cutter kind of education, because everybody learns differently. Like, you may be a learner that's auditory. Some people may have to touch and feel how they learn. Some people are visual learners. Everybody learns differently. And so Corners Academy do year-round education, but it tailors the program, the curriculum to that particular student, which is great. And so that helps them to continue to learn. So far, they've helped over 600 students around Gwinnett and DeKalb counties. And that's a great thing. But what I really like about this, I like a lot about it, but what I really like about it is that one of the things they do, they have something called Corners Industries, and it's a lawn service. And what they do is they provide employment to the students' parents. So not only are they helping the students with their education, they are also helping the parents by employing them and paying them better wages so they can work out less hours so they can spend more time with their children, because that's another big thing. Like, my mother was a single mom, so she had to work a lot. And I remember being probably about, because I think my dad and her split when I was 10 years old, and she was working like 2 or 3 jobs at the time. And I remember my brother and I being home, and she says, when it gets dark, you go in the house. And we would go in the house, but she would run by the house and she would drop off food to us. And we had good food because she worked at a restaurant, so we would eat shrimp and things like. I'm never gonna forget that, because we ate great. She wasn't there because she had to go to work, but she dropped by real quick. She dropped us off our dinner. I remember going home from school and making French fries and hot dogs and hamburgers, and she used to say that I would feed the whole neighborhood, because she would buy the food and put it in the refrigerator. And I was a little little girl. I was between the ages of 10 and 11 because we left Georgia when I was 12. So I had to be between the ages of 10 and 11. She would work. I would come home after school, make my brother and I some food, which is normally hamburgers and hot dogs and french fries. I would cook it myself, and then I would cook for the whole neighborhood, she told me. She's like, I cook for all the kids, so she had to constantly buy groceries. But she would come home, and then she would bring us dinner, and it was normally like shrimps and like really good food, chicken and stuff like that. And but she worked a lot because she had to take care of us, and she did a great job. And we would never be able to show her how much we love her for taking care of us and making our lives happy. Like at one point, I didn't even know my brother said, we poor. I was like, we're not poor. He's like, we are. I was like, we're not poor. And I didn't think we were poor because we had more than most of the children that were around us, like more than most of our friends. So I never thought we were poor, but he did. He thought we were poor, but I didn't. Because I know my mom worked hard, and I don't remember lacking for anything. I only ever remember asking my mom one time to go somewhere, and she said no, she didn't have the money. And I know that was only because boys were involved. I knew she had the money, but because it was like a bus ride, there was a group of boys going to be on the bus, and that's the reason I really wanted to go. She said no, but for the most part, she's always given us things that we didn't lack for anything. We had bikes, we had clothes, we had a lot. So, but there are people that are just not that fortunate. So a lot of times parents have to work long hours. That's why Corners Academy is such a great organization, because they're educating the future generation of children, but they're also allowing the parents to have a better wage so they can be home when those kids get out of class and be able to take care of their kids, and they don't have to run by and drop off food. They can just go home and talk to them. And here's the other thing. Because they've been in school for so long, now they don't have to go home and do homework. So they can actually go home and have family time. So if you want to support Corners Academy, go on over to cornersoutreach.org. You can find out more information about Corners Academy there and what they do. All these nonprofits that I shout out every morning are always looking for financial support. So make sure that, if you can, anything, any kind of financial support that you can give matters, because every little bit matters. So that's my shout out to my People Helping People segment, nonprofits around Gwinnett County. There are a lot of Martin Luther King events coming up. They got, oh my God, it's a bunch of them. So I'm going to run them down to you real quick because, he had a dream. And this talking about him is going to lead right into my segment for my business tip of the day. Martin Luther King had a dream to help people, which is a great dream. And he made a lot of strides, but he didn't do it by himself. And so we celebrate him every year because of the work that he put in to make life better for not just African American people, but for all people. And so, you can't do these things by yourself. He didn't do it by himself. He had a lot of people helping him. And because of his hard work and dedication and the fact that he gave his life for the cause, we want to celebrate him every day. Yesterday was his real birthday, his actual birthday, but because we want to celebrate it for the rest of the week. So on Friday, January 18th, Martin Luther King Jr. and his dream, they're going to be discussing that passage at the Duluth Branch Library, Public Library. Make sure you check it out. It's Friday the 18th. At 3 p.m. at the Duluth Branch Library in Gwinnett County. I'm getting tie-tongue, like my mouth is sticking again. Go out and check that out at 3 p.m. Take the children if you can at 3 p.m. to find out more about that event. The Duluth Branch of Gwinnett Public Library. If you need information on how to get there, go to GwinnettPL.org, GwinnettPL.org, and find out more information about that event this Friday at 3 p.m. Kids Day, Martin Luther King is on. That is a junior, and I'm reading terrible actually. This event is going to be held at the Lilburn Activity Building located at 788 Hillcrest Road in Lilburn. Go out. It's a Dream Big program. Give your child a day of positive enrichment and fun activities. Participants will need to bring a sack lunch. Healthy snacks will be provided. Wear comfortable clothes and athletic type shoes. This event will take place at the Lilburn Activity Building. And you can register by going to GwinnettParks.com. That's going to be Monday, January 21st from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. So that's like an all-day event. The cost to attend that event is $25 for residents and $45 for non-residents. But it's an all-day event from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 788 Hillcrest Road in Lilburn. Check it out. That's Monday. School is closed Monday, so if you don't have anything to do and you want to do something with your kids, go on over to MLK Day over in Lilburn at the Lilburn Activity Building. Martin Luther King Day of Service. This is another event that's happening on Monday the 25th at 9 a.m. It's going to be beautifying Little Mulberry Park at the Hog Mountain entrance, located at 3800 Hog Mountain Road, with a wonderful, rewarding opportunity to serve other volunteers. This is a rain or shine event, so let's go out there ready, because you never know if it's going to rain. Don't just go out there thinking it's going to be sunshine, and make sure you're prepared just in case it rains, so you can stay there through the whole event. So that's going to be an event where they're going to be doing mulching, trimming of the trees, removing plants, invasive plants, and things like that. And then they're going to meet up at the pavilion to talk. So if you want to know more about that, you can go to volunteergwinnett.net and find out more about the MLK Service Day. That's January 21st at 9 a.m. It's going to start. They're going to be beautifying the Little Mulberry Park at Hog Mountain, at the Hog Mountain entrance. Okay. All right. Here's the big one. This is the one I'm going to actually go to this year. So if you are in Gwinnett this Monday, come out and check us out. I'm probably going to be vending there. This is the 2019 Gwinnett County MLK Parade Leadership. You are the difference. This is hosted by the United Ebony Society of Gwinnett County, Inc. This is the 17th annual Dr. Martin Luther King Day Junior Parade and Celebration. It's going to start Monday, January 21st. It's going to be right here in Lawrenceville. It starts at 10 a.m., so make sure to come out and check it out. The theme this year is leadership. You are the difference, and we are the difference. We make the difference in our community. We can either make the difference to stand together or be separate. Let's stand together. Let's make sure that we stand together so our community can stand together, and we can all thrive. We can all thrive if we just work together as one unit. So come out to the parade on Monday. Starts at 10 a.m. Here in Lawrenceville, Georgia, and it's going to be great. The parade is going to start at the Fallen Heroes Memorial at the Gwinnett Justice and Administration Building, and would end at the community fair at Monroe Middle School. Everything starts that Monday at 10 a.m. at the Fallen Heroes Memorial in the Justice Building in Gwinnett County. That's the parade. So we got a lot of events going on. I'll be talking about more events as we move forward. If you have an event that you want me to announce on the show, please don't hesitate to email it to me, events@goodmorninggwinnett.com, and I'll be happy to shout your event out on the show. Also, if you know a nonprofit that I need to be talking about, please send me that information. If you want to be a guest on the show, you're going to reach out to my producer, DB Hagler at goodmorninggwinnett.com. That's D as in David, B as in boy, Hagler, Hagler at goodmorninggwinnett.com. Just send her an email, let her know that you want to be a guest on the show, and she get you on the calendar. Got a lot going on moving forward. Still tweaking the show, trying to make it better and better. So, just bear with us as we work the kinks out. Not that I'm new to this, to radio and podcasting. I'm just new to this show. And I'm trying to make it a great show for Gwinnett County and around the world, so people can know what we're doing here in Gwinnett that matters. Why, if they're thinking about moving somewhere, why should they come to Gwinnett? Because we love it here, because it's beautiful and it's diverse. It has a lot to offer as far as living and schools and things like that. And I'm going to be talking to more of those community organizers who do things in our community for schools and everything they do around here. So just stay tuned to that, because I got more of that coming up. Now, moving right along to my business tip of today. And I kind of touched on this at the beginning. Dr. Martin Luther King. Dr. Martin Luther King started a movement. He started a movement because he wanted to have peace and equality for all Americans, not just African Americans, but all Americans. And he wanted to make sure that we had the rights as everybody else. And he started a movement, but people got on board with his movement because of the message that he was putting out to the world, and because he was fighting inequality. And so my topic today is, how do you start a movement for your business? Can you start a movement for your business? And the answer is yes. You have to find out what's important in your business. You know, when you look at let's take a rapper, for example, right? Or a singer, a rapper or singer. Those guys sing. They sing about things that they love. They have found their niche. You know, you have the rappers who sing about rapping. You have singers who sing love songs. They have found their niche, and they have created these movements around what they do. They sing, but they sing about certain things. They're entertainers. They have created movements. Now, I know I can't sing. I cannot dance. You know, I sing good in the shower, but not in the public. However, it doesn't mean that I can't create a movement around what I'm doing. And it doesn't mean that you can't create a movement around what you're doing. And I do a lot of things. You know, media is one thing. I have a insurance license. You know, I'm doing some things there. So you have to create a movement around what you do. So I'm going to give you a few steps on what you need to do to start your movement. Now, the one thing I know for sure, you have to make it something popular, but you have to make it something that you believe in. You can't just start one about anything. You want to make sure that it's something that you believe in, something that's going to propel your business forward, and something that's going to get people excited about being a part of what you're doing. I'm going to tell you, we're launching a new TV network. And for those of you who don't know, I am the owner of HerTube TV Network, HerTube TV Network, which is a TV network all about women and what women care about. I launched that company almost 6 years ago, and it's just like a Netflix for women. And we're on Amazon Fire TV, and we're on Roku, and we're in 52 countries around the world on different TV networks and set-top boxes and streaming services around the world. That is my company. I own that company. So we're going to be launching a new company. Some partners and I, we have come together as a collaborative group to launch this new TV network that we think that is going to get a lot of people excited, and we think that it's going to be a movement. We had our first meeting yesterday. We're going to have our second meeting. We had our third meeting yesterday. We're going to have our fourth meeting next week. And we're going to roll this out February 1st in honor of Black History Month. So stay tuned for more information about that because it's going to be a great network. We know that that's going to be a movement. Why? Because I have put together a group of people who are already passionate about what we're doing. I just kind of threw it out there like, yeah, I was thinking about this thing. And the person I was talking to, he sat there for a minute and he was like, I want to be involved. I want to be, and I got some people to bring to the table who are going to want to be involved. And I was like, really? He was like, yeah. So that was the first meeting. The second meeting was the group of people. The third meeting was yesterday, and the fourth meeting is next week. So we already know that that's going to be a movement, you know. So what you want to do is know what the movement is and know if you can get people passionate about it. Just me talking about that, and then the people that came on board loved it. We know that we could probably rally more people to help this movement further along. We're going to be creating a network that's going to be global, just like HerTube. With a different twist on it. So that's going to be cool. So you want to make sure that it's something that's going to get you noticed. So first you want to make sure it's something that's going to help you do what you're trying to do. Push your mission forward. Push your vision forward. Make sure that. The second thing is you want to rally up some people. You want to rally up the ones that's going to help you get it started, because you can't do it by yourself. Rally up the people that's going to help you get it started, because those people are going to help you get connected to other people, which leads me to step number 3, get connected. Find the people that are connectors so they can help you get connected. That's going to be very, very important, because if you try to do this yourself, it's going to be a little tough. But if you can find a few good people that see the vision and believe in that vision and the mission, now you are on your way to being able to find more people to connect to what you're trying to do. So find a few good people that are ready to roll with you and grind with you on your movement, and it's going to be something great. The other thing is come up with something that's catchy as a title. Because listen, even though it's a movement, it's a brand. It's a standalone brand most of the time. But you can do a lot of things with a standalone brand. I mean, you really can. So think about the name. Black Lives Matter. It was a movement. But it was a movement around something that we were all very passionate about, because we were tired of our young men getting killed for just no reason. They were running and somebody shot them. They were walking and somebody shot them for no reason. And it was like nobody cared about Black Lives, but Black Lives Matter. That's very catchy. Very, very catchy. There's another organization out there called She Matters. She Matters. And that's very catchy. I mean, I can go on and on, but make sure it's something that people can attach themselves to and help you push the brand forward. So make sure that your brand and your name is something that's very important to you. So that way, when you get ready to put it on t-shirts and put it on bags and put it on stickers, it's something that people are going to remember. Something that people are going to be proud to be a part of. Make sure that your name, what you name the movement, is something that's really catchy. And the last thing is, you got to get noticed. You got to get noticed, whether it's doing social media, whether you're doing a rally, whether you're doing a walk, you got to get noticed. That's what business in general. Even without a movement, you got to get noticed. Put out a press release. Put out some social media. Take some pictures. You got to get noticed. I have a whole PR blitz coming up with all the things that I'm doing with my channel, with this show. Like yesterday, I put out an article about, the show being on Fire TV. I put that out there. I'm going to put out a big press release when I get my Alexa skill done, because that's just new for a lot of people. Like, to have an Alexa skill for your show is just new for a lot of people. And what does that mean? That means that now my show is attached to artificial intelligence, because that's what Alexa is. AI is artificial intelligence. And then that's what we're moving. So as we move in that direction, I'm going to move my company in that direction. But here's the thing. I want people to know about it. So I will be doing a PR blitz in about 2 weeks to let people know, listen, now you can listen to Good Morning Gwinnett on Alexa. All you got to say is, Alexa, play Good Morning Gwinnett. And the show is going to play anywhere Alexas are sold or and are connected. All you got to do is ask her and she's going to play it. That's important to get the media's attention. That's really important because they have access to a lot of people. So instead of going one by one, let's put out a PR. Put out a PR about your movement. And when I say PR, I mean a press release. Put out a press release about your movement. Get yourself booked on, it's thousands, not thousands, hundreds of thousands of podcasts. Podcasters are everywhere. Hundreds and thousands of them. Go out there, get yourself booked on the podcast. Get yourself booked on these shows so you can talk about what you're doing, because podcasters have audiences. This podcast has an audience. I go live 4 days out the week, live, and then I'm on demand later. So if anybody missed an episode, they can go back and listen on demand. And most podcasters have their shows on demand, so people can go back and listen to the show who are not listening live. They have a lot of reach, and there are a lot of them out there, and a lot of them want to hear your story. They want to hear what you're talking about. They want to hear about your movement. They want to know if they can help. Some of them want to know. Now, you're going to find a lot of business podcasts out there, and they just want to know about your business. You're going to find some really, really hardcore podcasters that want to look at your financials and things like that. So just know which podcaster to pitch. And that's even with media. When you put your press release out, know who you're pitching to. If you have a universal movement, then you could probably pitch to anybody. But if you have a very specific movement, you might want to look at the people that you're pitching to make sure it's the right people. Because if your movement is about environmental services, and then you go out and you pitch to real estate, that may be a good fit, because maybe what they're doing is an environment. You may pitch to an automobile podcaster. Well, maybe because they have something. What they talk about cars, and it's something that you need to talk about to the environment, about the environment. So just know who you're pitching to. That's a good thing. So the steps are to create your movement. You got to get some people involved. Get some people on your team. Number 2, you want to make sure that those people are connectors, that they can help you connect to other people. Number 3, you want to make sure you got a great brand for the product, for your movement. Create a great brand around that, and make sure that it's something catchy that people are going to remember. Number 4, you want to get noticed. Get noticed. You want to get noticed. You want to make sure you put the press release out. Make sure you got the social media set up. You get your people involved. Make sure they're sharing the information out. There's people. I think almost everybody on the planet almost have a cell phone. Put together a nice website or a mobile app or something. Send the link to everybody on the team and let them send that link to everybody in their phone and let them send their link to everybody in their phone and let it keep going. You can spread the word because that's what we're going to do. When we launch this new TV network, we're going to spread the word. Trust me when I tell you. I'm spreading the word about this show right now. When I launch my Alexa skill, the mobile apps, the Roku channel, I'm going to be spreading the word. We're going to spread the word. So that's how you can create a movement for your business. Don't be afraid to ask people for help. I talked about this in a couple episodes before. Ask for help. You don't have to do everything by yourself. You know, if you're trying to grow this year and you're really trying to make some big strides in your community, don't be afraid to ask people for your help. You're trying to make big strides in your business, don't be afraid to ask people for help. But here's the thing. Don't always go with your hand out. People don't like that. And they know if you're just a taker and you never bring anything to the table of value. They know if you're trying to BS them with the things that you are bringing to the table because it's like, it sounds stupid. It's like junk. And they know. Be genuine. Be authentic. Don't just always have your hand out. Give something back. Because people can tell when you're trying to play them out. They can. I'm just saying. They can tell if you're trying to play them out. I'm just saying. They can smell you. So be careful about that. That is all I have for today. Listen, go on over to Good Morning Gwinnett. There's a shirt there under the shop called I Love Gwinnett. Pick up one of those shirts because that's going to help me keep this show rolling and growing. Mobile apps, Alexa skills, Fire TV channels, Roku channels. They all cost money. And because they do, I have to pay it. And I would very much appreciate your support by going over and purchasing a t-shirt. If you are thinking about starting a podcast and if you want to start a podcast, but you just don't know how to start one, go to Good Morning Gwinnett, click on the Start a Podcast button there, and I will be glad to help you. And here's a good thing about that. When I help you start your podcast, you also get an Amazon Fire channel for your podcast as well. So that's a good thing because that's going to help you create visibility right away for your show. Remember, there are billions of people on Amazon that shop. Amazon Prime is in the Amazon Fire TV is sold in 100 countries around the world. 100 countries. That's a lot of people you can reach on a different platform that you may not have even thought about. It's a great platform. So make sure you go over to Good Morning Gwinnett. If you missed the episode, you can always go back and listen to episodes on demand because they are there. If you want to support this organization, want to support the show, please feel free to shop. Pick up a t-shirt, pick up a bag, pick up a mug. Just go to the shop. You'll see all the things we have to offer there. Rep your zip code, 30045. Rep the zip code. That's where I am. What zip code are you? Go there and rep your zip code. And also share the show. If you have not subscribed to the show on iTunes or Stitcher or I think Spotify, go ahead. Subscribe now. And if you have an Amazon Fire TV or Amazon Fire Stick, go to the Amazon store, type in the search engine Good Morning Gwinnett and add our show to your Fire Stick and Fire TV. It is free. There is no cost for that. Help us get to that 1 million downloads and subscribers we're trying to get to. A big, bodacious goal for this year to get to 1 million listeners, 1 million subscribers, 1 million downloads. That's a lot of people. But we can do it if you help us. Just go over there and download the apps. Also, the mobile apps will be coming out soon, and you'll be able to download those right to your phone to help us. And share the link with your family and friends so that you can, so we can get that million. And that's huge. First county podcast to get 1 million subscribers, 1 million downloads and listeners. That is huge. We're trying to break a record here for a county podcast. We're a county podcast. I podcast on behalf of the county, talking about events and people around Gwinnett, but I also talk about business as well because we have a lot of business owners in Gwinnett, and anything I can do to help our entrepreneurs and small business to grow, that's what I'm here to do. So share the show. Listen, that's all I got for you today. I'll be back again tomorrow. You don't want to miss the show tomorrow. I have an attorney coming on. She's talking about how to protect your assets. Yesterday, I had Ms. Lori Goodman on talking about how to budget your money. Now, once you budget all that money and save all that money and start investing that money, you need to protect that stuff because you want to leave a legacy for your family. Tomorrow, you're going to find out how to do that with my guest. So make sure to tune in tomorrow at 11 a.m. and you're going to find out what you can do to protect your asset to help you build a legacy. Listen, until next time, make it a great day, and I'll be back again tomorrow, God willing. Bye for now.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in daily at 9 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you miss an episode, go to www.goodmorninggwinnett.com to catch up. If you like this episode, go ahead and subscribe to the show now and share it with your friends.